Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming and welcome back to Transport Fever Sandbox Edition. And in the last episode we started on a major freight overhaul. Unfortunately, I think I've hit a little bit of a snag. I've advanced time to October and unfortunately this place just ain't getting line usage. It has 58 stored. It is not seeing any potential. Part of that could be that this here is still producing and this here is still receiving. Or actually no, this is actually receiving. So one thing I could do to test things out is if we were to just disconnect that. My backup plan, if this doesn't work, and let's just let that run, is that I will bring the logs from over here, through here, and into here. I don't know exactly how. I'll probably just come off across here, a rail bridge across to a train station like right here, or something like that. Let's just throw this on screen because reasons. So yeah, the first defeat, probably not going to be the last. And 320 high speed, that doesn't really matter. We aren't going to be running fast trains. Actually, that additional height would be nice because we're going to need to get over that. And as you can see, we also have the Streets Do Not Expire mod. And yeah, I have a lot of mods that bring back old stuff. I'm not living in the future. I'm living in the past. M300s, Ford Model 77s, stone bridges. Yes, indeed. All right. I can't. Yep. All right. Good. Yeah. Wooden bridges, which I'll probably never use. We're gonna have to go across that, and now cut across. We're gonna use this rail bridge, although with that said, we could go with this stone one since our trains won't be going any faster than 120. So yeah, let's go for it. Let's do it. And we are going to split this off on this side, and actually I should just be running with standard track. Yeah, let's do it. Oh bother, no, just say no to catenaries. That's not what I wanted. Am I? Yeah, I could just be using this. Alright about that. Are we back to normal? Yes, we are. Alright, good. Yeah, let's use the old track. We're going to bring this across. We are going to force it on the flat. And we want to make sure we maintain at least 120. We are going to go to embankments. And yet we are going to need to be at this height. And we are on the left side. $101, nope, not good enough. We need at least 116. Oh, bother. Oh, seriously. And fortunately, it builds the default bridge, which is the wooden bridge, apparently. We want embankment. I wish the embankment was the default. I wish it wouldn't try to build a bridge when you don't want it to build a bridge. I don't want silly bridges all over the map. This I kind of have to, just because there's roads and rail crossing. But if I don't have to, like that section there, we are going to embank it. Because reasons. And yeah, I will let that tick. And we don't need a signal there. We're going to throw signals on. We're going to put a signal there. One there. And one there. Such a big difference when the game is paused versus unpaused for lag. And there we go. So now we have that potentially connected up, so let's, yeah, line usage, no. All right about that. Well, yep, that was a fail. And it is connected. Yes, indeed. Let's just connect. Yeah, that is connected through that, so yeah, that should be good. It should be able to transfer onto this train, no problem. And yeah, there's still goods waiting here. We have vehicles, one vehicle. Alright, so now what that means is we're going to have to get logs from somewhere else, which is basically going to be right here. I set this up off screen as a contingency plan. We will take logs from here over to here. This crosses over here and it is within range. And then, of course, the logs will get shipped all along on this line. And then I want to just... is this going to be... Oh, this is going to be a hassle. Yeah. Is this flat? Alright, so we have trains going in that direction, trains going in that direction. There's one that stops off there. So if we use the outside one, and we are just going to force it on the flat. Now we're going to just switch to that so it's easier to see the transition. Does that do anything funky with the tracks? No, it doesn't. Nice. Alright, we're going to switch back to standard tracks. To about there. Connect that on. And now we want an actual connection. 120, 104. Ooh, no. No, we are not going to take that. Should we force it up? Yeah, we're on a hill, so we'll do that. Go from here over to there, 120. Although, ouch, that is funky. So, no, I did not want that. Awesome. At the rate we're going, this may take a little bit longer than 2 weeks worth of episodes. And with all the stuff I'm adding in my Truck Fever series, that may also be a more than 2 weeks sort of thing. We are going to want to force it down at least once. Well, on the one hand, since we're no longer going to be using this section of track, we don't need it. So we're just not going to try to make a clean connection. Because we don't need to. Connect that to that. Make sure it is 120. Yep. And that to that. So now we have that set up. Over here we are going to need a train. And we are just going to do that there. We want a depot. And we are going to buy trains. We are going to buy the GE C48W. We are going to buy that many so far. And we are going to put this on. And yeah, as you can see, we have a couple lines coming through this area. We want to new line from here. And we want to over here. All right, and actually we could have moved these onto that line. All right, about that. We want to rename this as TF Tampa Planks or Tampa Lumber. And this has no path. We are going to switch this to the Tampa Lumber. Now, before we remove that line, vehicles, we have no path issues. You are here, so we're just going to flip you around and send you back to depot. You, same thing, although you got a little bit further. Actually, we are going to send you onto this line. And actually, yes. And now we want you to go on to Tampa Lumber. You, on the other hand, okay, never mind. you can go on to Tampa Lumber as well. And so we have no more vehicles on the Memphis Logs line, although with that said, I will be keeping the line. I will just be removing Chula Vista sidings. Yep. And we are going to be adding this one here. And actually, where are you right now? You are right here. So what I'm actually going to do, we are going to put you on Memphis Logs. And actually, where's the train icons? I think I want you to go back, and you are going to go on Memphis Logs as well. And we're just going to let time tick. And this one's coming. And auto save. There we go. Alright, we'll let that run. So now we want to check line usage on that. We are going to check line usage on this, although with that said, we are going to want to get this setup rolling, although we are we are going to need to put some trucks on the line. Alright, we are going to road depot, and I'm pretty sure this one should work without any problems. So Freightliner Cascadia, and not that line. We are going to need a new line going from here over to here, and this is going to be RF Columbus Lumber. The other Columbus Lumber this one here, we are just going to delete it since we no longer need it. Let's let that run. Let's run it on 1 speed. So this should start seeing line usage. One option is for me to have run them. I'd have to cross over, and it took me a pain to get this in, and yeah, as minimal lines as possible, if I can set them up, would be ideal. Alright, we are going to, so this is going to start accepting. Yep, it'll start accepting logs to be chopped into planks, which I'll put there. We are going to need a truck depot here. And we are going to buy a Freightliner for the Henderson planks line. Should go up to there. This needs either steel or plastics. We already have plastics set up here. So all we need to do is set up a run. Yep, we have that plastics run like that. Buy road vehicles. We're going to buy Cascadia for the Henderson plastics. Let's just put that on screen. That's on screen there. And this is on screen. It'll take some time for things to register. But hopefully this works this time. It's only from there to there. So, of course, then all the way up to there and back. So that's another thing. Let's tick it up to speed 2. And nothing. It is February 1st. Do we have line usage? No, we don't. I kind of don't want to move on until I've sorted this out. What I'm going to do is we're going to add this. It has line usage, of course, to be expected. It doesn't have any planks, so production is definitely going to drop unless we still have some planks on that line. Line usage, come on. Speed it up to speed 3. And March 1st, we have line usage on the forest. There we go. We have our first bit of production happening. We have 11 logs sitting there waiting to be picked up. That is nice. That is ramping up the stored, although 12 logs. It has 8 production. This should start seeing line usage, yes. Although it may take some time. We still have line usage, no. And yeah, what I like about these truck stations, they drive straight in and then straight out. And with the extra large street type, you can actually have 3 coming in at the same time. So yeah, that is awesome. Columbus Lumber, we'll just throw that there. Actually, no, we'll show that there. This is still saying line usage no. We do have a train on the line, so that is something. Line usage no. 6 logs sitting there. Production. It is getting into May. Are we going to see line usage? Yes. And no. And no. Memphis logs. Where are our trains? Well, this is hauling 13 logs through the mountain. The Henderson Sawmill does see potential. It's not seeing any demand for planks. It should. June 1st. Still line usage, no. Our goods factory has dropped down to, oh, there it goes. It must have got some logs or something. And you're picking up, nice. You are dropping off. You're up to 60 production. And on here, we did. Everything's connected. We have Henderson Plastics here with a vehicle. It can take plastics. We're only seeing 58 potential. We have 58 stored. Oh, Henderson Sawmill is producing. Line usage, no. It's converting stored logs into planks. There's our truck. Let's get rid of that. There's our other truck. No potential for planks. This is ramping up the production. Seeing 58 potential. Goods Factory is just not seeing any. Actually, it's not seeing any. Oh, there we go. Line usage, yes. Wow, that took some time. But if we take a look and stations, this truck. Okay, production. Oh, please tell me that the planks did not. No. Okay, what happened to the planks? All right, about that. We have line usage, yes. We have line usage, yes. And we have line usage, yes. That is working there. Over here, we still have no line usage. Oh, I just saw the RF Henderson Plastics is bringing 3 units of plastics up. That is nice. And we got planks being delivered here. Nice. All right, so it looks like it is just going to be a matter of time to let things ramp up. So we are going to move away from that. And we are going to work on something different because... yeah, it takes some time to ramp things up. Wow, we got a lot there. And yeah, these trucks are probably empty. Yeah, they're empty. Everything's more or less crashed. Oh, bother. Oh. Yeah. That would probably explain why this is not seeing. Oh, she's like. All right, so this should start seeing line usage. Maybe in a couple of months. Oh, well. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be smart and just disconnect the station from this. Nope. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, anyway, let's move on from that because I think that should be working now. Alright, so now next up, so we got that. Augusta Forest. We just want to check it as well. to our limit 200. We have potential 68. We got logs sitting here waiting to be picked up. We got some planks sitting here. Nice. Production is at 100. It has logs stored. Nice. And over here, this is producing goods, 54, limit of 100. Nice. It's taking steel and logs. Alright about that. We have iron ore sitting there. Nice. And actually, how's this doing? There's nothing there. Really? You got no potential. Oh, we got lots of stuff sitting here. Yeah, I switched over to the Ford Model 77s. That's a road tram depot. We are going to put a bunch of those on RF Miramar. It'll ramp up the frequency. And we're running Freightliners on the Miramar Conmat line. Yeah, we're definitely going to need the trucks. That would explain why the thing has dropped. And there is another autosave. 48 production out of 100. We got lots of iron ore here. Alright, so that... What is actually 100? Okay, yeah, that's going to upgrade. This has upgraded. This over here. Okay, so now we have the Augusta Forest taken care of. Columbus Forest, which was this over here. Or no. This over here. We're still seeing line usage now. Okay. We're just going to let time tick on 1 speed. Next up, we have the Denver Forest, Cape Coral Sawmill, and Augusta Goods Factory. Yeah, that's the Ontario Logs line. Let's get that set up. We are going to buy a road, not a road depot. The Ontario Logs is coming into this platform here. So we are going to put a depot just over here. And we are going to buy trains. We are going to buy the GE C48W. Oh no. And we want the 120 km/h stake cars. We are going to add 6. We're going to clone it, set it to the Ontario Logs. That gives us a 19-minute frequency. Alright about that. So we are going to add some more trains online in order to get the frequency down so that we're not going to be killing ourselves waiting for things to kick off. 6, actually. We're just going to go 3. We're going to clone 5, Ontario Logs. That is down to a 5-minute frequency. And we are also going to want to set up a road depot over here. Buy road vehicles. We're going to buy a Freightliner, Cascadia, put it on Ontario Logs. And now, so this will haul the logs through there, around there, into there, drop them off there. They will get shipped off. Let's just follow this Ontario logs up this way over to here. Now we're going to need these transferred onto a line that will this one might be also a line that I'm going to have to reconsider. Alright, I need to get to here, and actually I need to get to here as well. We are going to need, oh boy. And yeah, about this. Now with that said, was there a reason I wasn't going to bring them here and instead wanted to take them up there? Because regardless, I'm going to have to bring them here anyway. So what I might want to do instead is first of all, let's just trace path. Pretty sure possibly, yeah, we should be able to. Yeah, this way. If we take a look at this, actually no, this just ends here. Into here. Yep. I had other ideas for that platform, so yeah, about that. Alright, so what I'm going to do, we are going to change the Ontario logs to instead go to not there. We need to have it go here. And then we are going to just remove that, and we are just going to remove that. Alright, so the train will be able to get through there, although we need to force this onto platform platform 4 for now. All right, about that. What we want to do is just check our trains. If we check the frequency, bother. Ontario logs. It is not showing a frequency. Waiting for a free path. These are all in the depot. You can go back the other direction. Or maybe Ontario logs, Cape Coral Transfer. What we are going to do is come back here, because what I'm going to need to do, I have that line set up. I want to set up a new line going from, actually we already have the line set up. What I would like to do then is we're going to buy a road depot just throw it right about here. Presuming I'm able to. Oh. There we go. Buy road vehicles. We are going to buy Freightliner Cascadia. It is going to go Augusta Lumber. I will be scrapping that other line. Yep. Where's that line? Cape Coral Goods. Was making some money, but it's just... Let's force the trucks to unload. And we're just going to sell off. Sell this one off. Sell that one off. Sell this one off. Sell that one off. This was a line I really didn't like, and I should have known trying to go from here, over there, back to here would result in goods not intended for the line, to use the line. So, yep. I've done it before. I'll probably keep doing it. And this will probably kill off one of the... yeah, some of the production. We are up to $1.5 billion in the bank. We're heading back to depot. You have been sold off. Oh no, I want to keep you. And you can be sold off. You've emptied out. You're going to be sold off. Same thing with you. You can go buy. You've emptied out. And the Cape Coral Augusta lumber line is getting... Although, what I'm going to need is... Yeah, we're going to want a line between there and there. Plus, we're going to need vehicles on that line. We are going to want road depot. That's a tram depot. Do I have a road depot over here? Apparently not. All right about that. Buy road vehicles. We're going to need a... You know what? We'll buy a Freightliner. Augusta Goods. And we are going to need... Actually... I'm just going to connect that like that. So I can just reuse this depot. Let's buy 2 for new line from here over to here. And this is going to be RF Augusta Augusta Transfer. We're going to color it purple. All right, now does this line have anything? No, it doesn't. So we are going to need to buy a truck. Although we're going to sell that off, we're going to buy some Ford Model 77s for the RF Augusta RT2. We're going to buy some for the RT1 line. So that will create a chain which will give this planks. We just need steel and or plastics coming in here. And actually, our boxcar line should be able to bring in... Oh, wow. Yeah, about that. Our boxcar line should be able to bring in plastics, since we do know that over here, the plastics. And yeah, in order to prevent these logs from filtering in here and splitting their production, I have to specifically avoid bringing any stake cars in here. So steel or planks. I can bring in plastics in here. And so I may be loading up, yeah, 2 sets of plastics. So yeah, about that. And so we have lots of stuff going on the Cape Coral to Augusta. Looks like all the logs that were on the Cape Coral goods line is now, since these trucks can no longer carry anything, they're shifting over to the other line. And Cape Coral goods, goodbye. Cape Coral Patterson lumber. Oh, that's right. This was another line in order to supply, yeah, those to those. So we are going to buy road vehicles, Freightliners. We're just going to throw 2 on. Patterson lumber. We might as well get that line active. And at this point, I really should end the episode here. So yeah, what should happen is that any planks showing up here, and that additional line will kick off some production, presuming of course this has lots of planks. So okay about that. We are going to need plastics and or steel here. We do have the log steel line, which may be shifting output. Actually, what we can do, if we have Palm Bay lumber, Cape Coral transfer, what I need is steel to be dropped off here. Steel from here. Palm Bay lumber, Cape Coral transfer. For, it'll be, do I want to? They have been hauling over here iron, steel, gondolas. This train is the only one that is hauling steel. It drops off steel here. There's going to be some bleed over here. I'm probably going to be restructuring this, maybe 2 separate lines. For now, what we want to do, we're going to change this line so that, yeah, we are going to stop here as well. That has 94 lumber destined for there. Cape Coral oil is going in there. Actually, I want the Cape Coral oil to come into here. We are going to remove, oh no, we're going to remove that. And where are the trucks? I think you guys emptied out. We got fuel and oil. All the logs have transferred over. We are going to buy road vehicles, Freightliner Cascadias, and we're going to throw this on the Augusta lumber. Yeah, about that. All right. Actually, one thing I'm going to probably do, we have logs coming in here, being dropped off, planks produced. We may need to, no, I'm gonna have to find another way to get steel here or plastics. Maybe drop off plastics here. Do we have, how do we have plastics coming in here, or do we at all? That's one thing I'm going to have to figure out. One thing I don't think I have bothered to figure out. Anyway, at this point in time, what I'm going to do is take a break here, but I just want to check over here. Do we have line usage? No? No? Please. We got planks and plastics. Really? Line usage, no. Why? This should be connected to that. Tampa lumber. It has 3 vehicles, which goes all the way over to here. Chula Vista sidings. This here, Tampa planks. It has 1 train on it. Which is carrying nothing. No longer making any money. This has no production. This is connected. So, unless that is too far away still, I can mostly fit it on the screen. So yeah, from here over to here, down to here, up to there, and then bringing the planks back to this way. My third option may have to get the logs directly over here somehow. Maybe drive them into Riverside and throw them on a train over here. This is not working out as planned. So about that. Anyway, at this point in time, I've done enough on this episode. I'm going to have to figure out another plan or have to scrap the entire project. But my goal is, of course, I might just have to rip the band-aid off, scrap all my lines, reset things up, start over from scratch, kind of. We have $1.58 billion in the bank. As long as we get rid of our vehicles, we're not going to lose any money on at least the routes that aren't functioning. So, yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this episode of Transport Fever Sandbox Edition. Thank you for watching. My name is Scott for SP Gaming. And as always, have a good day.